Hey, Spuddies, Potato Big Whiskey here, and welcome back to Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide. Now, in the last episode, we focused on getting our spies up in order to start stealing a bunch of gold from other people. Now we're going to start the mass expansion of our empire and creating a uber, ultra, giga, omega healthy empire. And the main way that we're going to be doing that is through the generation of culture in the prosperity tree. We're going to be going for mind over matter for +7 base health and eudaimonia, which reduces negative health by 15%, in addition to getting the synergy bonus from prosperity, which is +1 health for every city. This way we can have an extremely healthy empire, because when you get enough positive health, you can get a lot of really good benefits. Go ahead and explore this crashed base for me, please. I will also explore this alien skeleton. We're still in an exploration phase of the game, but we are starting to transition to the domination phase of the game. And what I mean by that is, right now, we're not particularly aggressive towards the aliens on the map. However, there is a lot of benefits to attacking alien nests. So once we have our overwhelming health power from culture, which is something that we're working towards, we will be transitioning. Oh, shoot. Yeah, see, the aliens are starting to get a little bit aggressive from other players. This is where the ultrasonic fence would be really useful to protect my workers. So one of my workers just got killed by an alien. That's quite a painful loss right there. And I believe the aliens get more aggressive as more and more people sort of interact with them negatively. Like they start to feel like they need to defend themselves. Now my hope is that I can remain a sort of chill with the aliens. So establishing explorer autonomy gives us extra expedition module or +1 science from laboratories. I think the science from laboratories is better over time, especially because we already have a lot of expedition modules. Okay, there's another colonist coming out, and we can come in here and manage our personality traits here and go to covert operations 50% faster, which means we're going to be stealing cash from these guys even faster. Now we're losing a lot of money due to the fact that our solar satellite just died, but that's okay. We will, again, over time, we will get where we need to get. I'm going to biopsy this expedition skeleton. I'm still hunting for any resource pods that might have been left around the map. Need my rover to heal up here. He's a little weak. Now, coming into Central, I really want the alien preserve, but I need the thorium reactor for the +3 energy because my energy bill is just a little bit weak. I'm also concerned about the aliens pillaging my trader, which is why I need the ultrasonic fence too. I think spending a few minutes just upgrading my capital, in particular for gold income, is really good. And you can see these aliens are being shot by something. Something is attacking them and harassing them and making them aggressive. It's not me. Oh, amazing. We found another solar collector for our city. That is actually an amazing find, because we had just run out of our previous solar collector and we were starting to run out of money. But now that we can deploy another one, we should start to see the money flow. Part of the problem is how much money we're spending on unit maintenance. If we pop up here, yeah, we're paying 1.1 per unit, which increases over time. So we have some xenomass over here. So it might be nice to go alien sciences here to be able to improve the xenomass wells and get things like the xeno nursery, which gives science from xenomass, the xeno fuel plant, which gives energy from xenomass for that second city. I think alien sciences into genetic design might be a good direction. We're going to go ahead and dig up this crashed satellite. It'll take 5 turns. Very nice. I was hopeful that I would get more artifacts here, but I never do. I never find enough artifacts. We built a mine here. I'm scared for my workers, but I'm going to kind of like let the aliens take out their aggression on me. Oh, we found a population in the wrecked colony lander, and you start building farms. Then we'll dig up this derelict settlement. You pop in there. You continue to explore for me. Hutama is starting to get a little bit aggressive towards me. Now, he is pretty far away. He's all the way over here in Rangi. He is settling generally in my direction, but there's like a lot of tiles between us, so I should have a lot of warning if he does declare war. Let's expedite. Do an expedition on that. Oh yes, lovely. 15 culture, amazing. Axiom is growing, it should hit. The bones of an alien. We conducted experiments not possible anywhere, and we got 15 affinity or 13 affinity towards purity, which is nice, and a carnivorous hive eel. So if we were to combine all 3 of these, we could get +25% covert operation speed. Boom, give me that. That's amazing for this build that we're going for. We managed to siphon 85 energy, failed to siphon energy, and we pulled off a siphon here. But these guys leveled up, which means now we're siphoning every 6 turns. You have 170 energy from this city, 70% chance of success. Hell yeah, get to work, boys and girls, get siphoning. We really want the alien preserve because I have a quest for it, so I'll build that really quick. I'm going to settle my second outpost right here. Oh yes, more explorable, beautiful things. Oh nice, 80 production for Central. That's exactly what we were looking for. That shaved so many turns off of that alien preserve. Now, do we see... Yeah, there's a derelict settlement over here we can go explore. Those usually have population in them, quite powerful. Resource pod, 50 energy, amazing. The exploration is going wonderbarly. Wonder barley. Sounds like a vegetable. Okay, quest decision. We can continue to harmony Yeah, I think we go to Harmony here. Yes. 11 affinity towards Harmony for building the Alien Preserve, plus 60 culture, and we get level 3 Harmony. Who is this? This is the Chungsu cruiser and the Franco-Iberian cruiser. I'm going to establish trade route with Vanguard to grow this outpost faster. I'm going to quickly crack out another colonist. This station has died, so I should be able to pop a colonist right here and get control of this sector, which is exactly what I want. In terms of virtues, I'm going to grab gift economy. Even though it doesn't really help me, it gets me closer to mind over matter, which is what we actually want. So extra land, extra money from trade routes basically is what that does, but it gets us one step closer to prosperity. In Axiom, the very first thing that I like to build is old Earth relics. I like to get that culture level up. Let's go for combat rover. We will take 20% flanking. We're upgrading this unit. The submarine needs an upgrade, and we will take extra attack when attacking into coastal terrain. I'm going to build a work barge near Vanguard. I love that you can pre-build improvements near the cities that you settle. Like, that's a really cool mechanic. There's a lot of really cool mechanics about this game. Like, I think the game is way cooler than it was ever really given credit for. I would love to squeeze out an extra expeditioner, explorer. Nice. Derelict settlement. The refugees joined my empire. +1 population. You're out of expedition modules, sadly, so you're not particularly useful. I don't want to have to send you back home, though. Just to refill, I'll probably just be better off building new ones. Make sure we're working the high food, high production tiles on the coast. Here's another derelict settlement. It'll take 10 turns, although I will have to pause and heal you eventually because you're sitting in miasma taking damage over time while you're doing this expedition. We have a quest to kill a siege worm. It's kind of an interesting one. That might be something we look into doing. Oh yeah, there he is. Siege worms are kind of blind and filled with hatred, so I'm going to kind of run away for now. Might come down here and deal with that later. All right, I'm going to move a colonist up here. I want to settle the buffer city that I wanted. Grab that resource pod. Free solar collector, that's huge. We'll keep that for the capital. We go ahead and tell you to go asleep for now. 2 of my agents are ready for new missions. Continue to steal money. 180 gold. Siphon, siphon, siphon. Just suck up all that money that you can. Let's get another colonist. The mass expansion is coming. So is your mom. All right, let's manage our personality traits. In terms of domestic traits, I do like to grab global health or global production. Internal city trade routes is a fantastic one for late game. I may go for the global health because of the benefits, and it also offsets any of the downsides. Like right now, +3 health largely gives a large boost to the growth speed of both our cities and our outposts, of which we're currently suffering some penalties. Keep on stealing. Hell yes. So the game reckons I should settle there, which I guess would be defensively better. It would allow them to settle here though, which I wouldn't like. It does allow me to make use of the river for defensive purposes. Yeah, I think I'll settle there. It's a little bit more aggressive and he's more likely to be upset about it, but it means I have a city sort of forward of him. The nice thing about health, there's a 4 energy, any city that establishes a trade route. The nice thing about health, unlike happiness from Civ 5, is like being negative on health in this game isn't actually that bad. It's like not that bad. It sucks, right? It's not good, but it's not as bad as it is like being negative. Like even 1 point negative health in Civ 5 is like devastating for it's like -75% growth. Painful. There's 93 research. We're going to settle right here. Boom, boom, boom. Now I could settle there. What if I were to move one tile, have the mountain be a defensive tile? That would completely block this river from my enemies. I kind of like it actually. So there's alien sciences. We can now improve xenomass, and we have access to the xenofuel plant, as well as the Xeno Nursery. I will eventually improve my xenomass. It's just not a priority right now. All right, go ahead and settle this weird little city over here, Liberty. So I can get +3 energy from thorium reactors or +1 production from thorium reactors. I'm going to go for the 3 energy. Usually I would go production, but I do think 3 energy is worth more than 1 production. 20 culture, yes. Give me those pods. All right, next up I'm going to go for the Gene Garden, so we can go max possible health as soon as possible. We want to hit that health curve, like big style. God damn, another expedition. So many potential expeditions. I'm going to grab myself an extra seeker, an extra explorer, so we can start sending them down south to do more expeditions. I need to get you off this tile so you don't die, because you are dying. Heal up, good sir. Yes, resource pod, gimme. Thankfully, the AI isn't very good at finding resource pods. My spies are like already leveling up big style, stealing 300 gold per pop. Whew. Which means we can do a lot of purchasing. We got some purchasing power. You like it? So I definitely want the farmer lab. I'm going to buy that. That'll be +2 happiness. And I also want the Cyto Nursery for the +1 health. We want to try to stay positive health or like really high health if we can. High health is ideal. Vanguard has been established and we're down 5 health. Let's start the trade route to Liberty. Vanguard, go ahead and get me that old Earth relic. Axiom is growing. Very nice. I will need more workers because my former has been murked. Keep siphoning energy. Yes. Siphon. We're siphoning so much. I'm going to buy the clinic in here. So we're only down 4 health. Oh, baby. It's going well. Head up that way. We've got a crashed spacecraft over here we can go excavate with a spy. Or not a spy, an explorer. I'm going to go ahead and form an outpost right there. In the capital, I'm going to grab myself another worker because we're having trouble getting enough tiles improved. We also need like roads up towards Liberty and stuff. Like we are not keeping up with our tile improvement requirements. We never want to go more negative on health than 10. -1 to 5 is fine. Once you start hitting 10, it gets spooky. The game is telling me I should consider new traits. My main goal will be to level up the developer here so that we can get +8 global health, which will give us a bit of health buffer. Also, mind over matter will give us health buffer too. Believe it or not, there is like a little bit of thought into my strategy. I know normally I just play by the seat of my pants, but there is like a tiny bit here this time, I promise you. Okay, Axiom built its old Earth relic. I think the most important piece of technology to develop your cities is actually the trade depot, but I do like to get the old Earth relic first because I'm a big fan of culture. All right, let's develop a virtue. We're going to go take mind over matter. This is going to give us +7 base health and a 10% growth boost in every single city. Boom. We also need to pick 2 more tier 1 virtues, and I think the ones that I want to pick would probably be homesteading for faster outpost growth and helping hands for faster tile improvement. These two together would let me get an extra free virtue. The other two could be social mores and laboratory apprenticeship, which would give me scaling culture and science from population. Although I do also want to get down to eudaimonia as fast as possible, so I'll probably spend my next 2 getting there. -15% health penalties or negative health generated is amazing. All right, let's do an expedition on that crashed satellite. God, this cutter has generated so many resources via exploration. Okay, somebody else built the Faraday gyre. Now, if I recall correctly, that's on the left side of the tree here. Yeah, this. Energy maintenance for buildings and improvements reduced by 50%. So 50% cheaper buildings. I mean, it sounds amazing, but it's kind of only okay. We stole 300 energy. We stole 300 energy. And we just keep doing that. We just keep stealing energy. Like, it's so much money. It's genuinely a little insane. I am a little annoyed that trade depots, you actually can't purchase them. Like you just can't. You can't purchase them. I forget what we built here. A worker. Got it. This worker, I want you to build a route to Liberty. We're going to get ourselves another worker. I'm going to use my gold to keep pumping. We want to always be trying to generate as much health in a city as it has population. So the Pharma Lab here will give this city +2 health. And then if we also get the Cyto Nursery, we're up to +3. You cannot exceed the city's population in terms of health generation, but now we're up to +6 and we're getting a 1% production boost in all cities, which is a lot better than the negative, where I think if you're at like -40 happiness, you lose 50% of your production. It's like something crazy. So this is where the snowball starts to kick in. We'll start getting those growth and production bonuses, and it'll be really good. We steal that money to fuel our economy. We did a little bit of a slow early game trade-off for having an explosive entrance into the mid game with all the money that we're going to steal. We stole another 208. I mean, sure, we were detected, but like when I can just buy an army with the money that I stole from them, which is the plan, by the way. Really quick, I'm going to grab physics so that I can have rangers defending my cities, and then I'll go back for genetic design. You want to have just a handful of rangers to make your cities look less attractive to military invasion. Nice, you found 80 production for central, huge. Pop over here, build a little farm. Why would you build a road here, you silly fool? I should have manually roaded. All right, let's get another seeker. I want to keep excavating. We do get 30 science every time we excavate, which is like a turn worth of science for us right now. It's big. We also get a 10% science build bonus for being excess health. So the kind of build is starting to all come together here. It could be worth it to settle this plop of resources in the middle of the water. It could be worth it to settle this 1 tile. I love settling 1 tiles. There's a 1 tile island here that I want to settle too. I think we will keep settling. No matter how unsettling it is, we will keep settling. All right, we got a progenitor ruin over here that I'll send a scout for, and you can go finish exploring this expedition site. Oh, nice, more fungus, beautiful. Axiom has grown. We're working those 2 food, 1 production tiles, which are the ideal tiles to be working. You step forward, build me a road. You get onto that hill and build me a road. We're gonna expedite on the sunken spacecraft. Or do an expedition. I don't know why I say expedite. It just feels funky to say expedite. It feels kind of funky. Yeah. Tobias Funke. Okay, cool. We got physics, which gives us access to the Ranger, the observatory, the launch complex, which gives us better orbital coverage, and the dry dock, which will increase our naval unit production, although it's only for naval cities. It should be coastal, in my opinion. Should be coastal. Level 2 purity has been researched, so we get extra combat strength against aliens, and we get culture from harmony or purity. Like if we take a look, we can actually see what we've unlocked. We have unlocked the hybrid affinity here, so we get a little bit of base culture from our, affinities. So if we hover over this, I don't know if I can tell where this is coming from. Yeah, we're getting 5 from our affinities, it looks like, which is nice. So Liberty has been established. Let's go for that old Earth relic. My Ranger here You go ahead and take the plus 30% combat strength against ranged. My god, I can't believe I'm still finding resource pods. This is incredible. It's like so deep into the game. I would like you to trade with Fortune. Make sure those outposts are growing. Explore this fungus. I believe we have 2 more. That's the Xeno Sanctuary building in Central. Xeno Sanctuary? Oh, that might be a different building. We'll make a road here because we want a road to Fortune and to Liberty. Road to Fortune sounds like a mission of an RTS game. And Road to Liberty also, too. Sounds like if you're playing the Rebels. +1 population in our capital from digging up failed settlement. I hope these aliens are friendly. I'm going to park my soldier nearby. They're looking like they're getting more upset. He's upset at my expansion. It's fine. No matter what you do, the AI will get pissed off at you and declare war on you eventually in Beyond Earth. So you kind of have to just be ready for it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Go dig up that progenitor for me. I'll put a farm in Axiom. Excellent. We siphoned more cash. Keep on siphoning. The siphoned money we can use to purchase things that we really care about, like colonists, honestly, which are pretty cheap. Axiom, you're 4 population now. So the clinic is a good buy. We want to keep positive/neutral happiness as much as possible. So I'll grab a pharma lab in Vanguard. This city is a 3-pop city, so it can very comfortably grab something like a cyto nursery. All that money that we are stealing. Okay, genetic design has been completed. We have access to the gene garden, the cloning plant as well, and the ectogenesis pod. Now the ectogenesis pod could be a really interesting one to build in our capital. Level 3 purity reached. My spy failed to steal, but he was undetected. Continue spy stealing for me, please. We have a huge intel report. There is also a counter agent in there, which is fine. Vanguard built its old Earth relic. Let's get to work on that trade post. God, man, the +2 production from that 1 starting bonus is actually just such a game changer that like my cities develop so slowly in comparison. I'm going to research geophysics so we can find geothermals on the map because the ectogenesis pod could be a cool building to build in the capital. We can get +1 science from Pharma Labs or +1 health. I'll take the +1 health. That'll add up over the course of the game. Positive health will be fabulous. All right, good job building that road. All right, I'll send you to go settle this island. I don't actually like settling aquatic cities personally, even though it is possible in Rising Tide. My preference is for coastal cities. Coastal cities are awesome. Aquatic cities, not a fan of. I'm going to grab myself another seeker because I see a place where I could get a couple of derelict settlements, whereas this guy is already, he's like heading south to do a different job. We found a sunken spacecraft. Oh, hello. Distant technology augmentation, preliminary research. Very cool. Now you've got 3 modules on you. I see a wrecked colony lander, so we'll go explore that. Resource pod, thank you, 65 research. Haven't found any artifacts in a long time, which feels bad, because artifacts are the most fun thing to find in the game. It's the coolest part, but they're so rare. Okay, we've developed all of the coastal infrastructure. Let's jump up here. Quest decision. We can get +1 science and energy from alien preserves. Hell yes. That's like the sim ability right there. She's making fun of my military unit strength. It's like, okay, thank you. Like, I appreciate you putting that shade down on me. Coming into Axiom, we're going to go for the recycler. +1 food and +2 production is big. My next chunk of money that comes from covert operations will be used to buy a trader, and we'll use this trader to trade with Central, and then that's where the snowball really starts to take place, when our internal trade routes start to pop off. I don't really know how the internal trade route algorithm works in this game, but I just know that you get crazy yields. I will build a plantation on this fungus. There's +2 food right there. And we've almost got a road connecting the city to Liberty. And we've almost got Fortune connected up as well. Why don't you take a moment to... Well, I guess you can technically leash. Why don't you go heal up for a moment? Weltgeist, World Ghost. This trade convoy... We want to use the trader in the capital. Although the capital actually has 2 trade routes now. So we could use this for externals. Janali's not a bad one. 7 energy, 3 science. Trading with his capital would be better. I'll trade with his capital. It's a little bit of science, a little bit of gold, and it also makes him less likely to declare war on me. It doesn't prevent it, it just lowers the probability. It takes the probability from 100% to 100%, but later on in the game, which is how probabilities of the AI declaring war on you in Beyond Earth works. Fortune is going to build its old Earth relic. I love getting monuments first because I love pumping this culture. So Central has finished building a seeker. Let's get ourselves another colonist. Oh man, we failed. We failed our siphon. Keep going. Don't stop. +10, 15 city hit points from clinics, or we can get +1 health from clinics. I think we take the extra health. That will add up over the course of the game. Again and again and again, if we make those decisions where we just keep the health of our people in mind, we will benefit. Okay, we got some progenitor ruins over here. Let's go ahead and construct an expedition on it. We do get a nice chunk of science, although that science is now starting to become a little bit insignificant. It's still significant. It's just not... It's not as big as a deal as it used to be. Yeah, he's making fun of me for not having much money in our energy reserves. There's geophysics. We got the tidal turbine, which can only be built in aquatic cities, but more importantly, we got geothermal and the geothermal well. One of my spies finished his missions. Go ahead and siphon a little little energy. I do think biochemistry is worth researching, particularly for the water refinery, so I'm going to get to work on that. Vanguard is leveling up. We have a little bit of gold. I'm going to use my gold in Axiom to purchase a trade convoy. You're going to build the xenomass well that will replace this mine, but it will give us access to xenomass at a cost of some gold, but it will give it a lot of food. We are going to settle this one tile island. Next trader will be purchased in the capital to feed the outpost I just built. Pop this worker into Liberty to heal for a turn. We like to be on full health before we start working on tiles with miasma. This trade route is going to be going from Axiom to Central. Axiom will gain 2 production and Central will gain +1 food and +1 production. So those internal trade routes will start to pay dividends. In terms of my personality traits, let's level up. Sorry, not switch. We want to level it up. So we get another +2 global health. We're barely sort of coasting at the edge of what we can get away with in terms of how much health our economy is able to supply. I definitely want to build a mine on this titanium, but this guy's a little bit too hurt as well. So we want to get him healed up. Okay, Banu Musa hasn't found. This is a station. Nice resource pod over there. Take a moment to heal. It's kind of point in the game where those ultrasonic fences pushing the aliens away from your borders start to make sense. Oh, tell me why, oh why, an ultrasonic fence is starting to make some sense. Okay, yeah, we want to settle this like 2 tile island over here. We've done a really good job exploring the map in my opinion, even though it takes a lot of like actions, a lot of like brain time. I do think it is worth it. We want to build a little farm here because that's a 2 food tile. We want it to be a 3 food tile so that we actually profit in terms of food. Central, we could get more colonists in here. We could get the vivarium plus the gene garden and really push the city up in terms of its productivity. We could go for growth. I definitely think we might need another worker. We definitely need another convoy, but there's even tiles in here that aren't improved, like this one. 10 population is a pretty good level to get your city to. We could use more health. The gene garden would help with that. I'm going to grab myself a trade convoy. Oh, we got a free affinity level up from exploring a progenitor ruin, which is really nice. And we got a void specter. Finally, we're actually getting some things. Let's expedite or do an expedition here. The free affinity level I'm going to pump into harmony. I love leveling up harmony. That'll give us some upgrades to our units. Our missile rovers will get a 20% boost against land units. Killing cities is quite easy with just aircraft. You don't need them to be stronger against them. Okay, so Hutama has declared war on me, which means we need to start pulling our military units back and think about the fact that we need to survive this first war. We can't let it really derail us from our main objective, which is to get to eudaimonia. Otherwise, I would push for different things. But what we can do is take a militaristic personality trait, although I would like to get this global health first. But if we take honorable, every time you get a kill, it's like quite useful. Energy maintenance for units reduced is really good too. Imperial is good for fighting outside your territory. Efficient is really good for producing a huge army very quickly. I like honorable, so we get that culture from fighting. Okay, we can get a 5% military production boost or +1 production from side of nurseries. I think the +1 production is just better overall. We will need to start producing military units very soon. Hopefully the next wave of gold comes in and we can just buy a couple. It's always an early war. Honestly, the main thing is I'm surprised that it's Hutama, because he's usually a diplomatic-y kind of guy. Well, like, I'm just not surprised that someone declared war on me. All right, looks like we failed to siphon money. We did siphon from Freeland. Now, kind of an interesting thing is we could potentially pull a coup off in their capital. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to recruit defectors from this guy while I continue to siphon money from everyone else. Right, sick. There's biochemistry. We now have access to the Xenosiren, which can attract nearby alien units to the affected area. We have the water refinery, which gives production from water tiles. And we have the petrochemical plant as well. Looks like one of my spies failed. I don't like that they're failing. I'm going to start by producing a bunch of cutters to serve as the front line in my military. Take some time to get those out. Coming into Axiom, you just about can afford to build me a cutter too. 11 turns is a lot. I would rather focus on building up our economy. You only just got your first recycler. Like, you don't even have your thorium reactor. You don't even have your alien preserve for the culture. I'll build one cutter just because I'm so militarily behind. I'm also going to research robotics now because I want attack jets, which are your first flying unit. It'll also give us a little bit of affinities. Affinities nuts. Let's send you to trade with Amity. And I want you to excavate that progenitor ruins. You're still exploring. You're coming back to protect. Let's do an expedition on this derelict settlement. It'll probably be population, which is quite nice. It's always worth doing. We're going to do a expedition on the progenitor ruins as well. You just park over here to keep this little settler safe for a moment. We done got some exploring to do. Oh, nice. Rexed colony lander got us culture. Sick. Okay, Brazil has declared war on us. I don't even know where you are. You're like over here, bro. You're crazy. Vanguard has grown. Me, when I look at my stock portfolio. Let's keep that plantation booming. I'm going to send you up to this sunken vehicle. You're exploring. Cool. We want to settle this outpost. Excellent. Production in Vanguard. Yeah, you just don't build anything very quickly. Get that recycler going. We do have the Xenomass well, and it's a lovely tile. Probably better if we get this resin tile improved next. I'll keep this cutter defending this new outpost. Yeah, they're making fun of me. Perform a covert operation of 4 intrigue or higher. That could be exciting. Liberty has grown and will continue to grow. Step into Liberty. Take a moment to heal. This is the Brazilian armor attacking us. I'm going to retreat over the river to safety. I don't want to get myself killed. Who are you? Chungsu. If I build a paddock here, we should get +1 science. Do I want to chop down the forest? It is 20 production. I think the 1 production per turn is worth it. +1 science from the paddock is nice. It would be nice to get the petroleum well. Boom, let's go. We definitely want to clear the marsh, which would give this tile +1 food, and then we definitely want to clear the farm. So I'm just going to clear the miasma. That will annoy the aliens on a sort of general, on a local and global level. So we do want to be careful about how much of that we do. Who is this? Oh, I don't know. But I want to excavate this crashed satellite if I can. Keep exploring. Heal up with you. Now you've got an incredible production tile. So I need to take a look at my upgrades. When does my cutter get its next upgrade? It's at Harmony 6. So I should probably start looking into doing that. Ah, nice. We recruited some defectors. Perfect. We can send these guys to go defend cities. You go be Vanguard's garrison. You go be Fortune's garrison. You go be Liberty's garrison. You go be Central's garrison. We could buy another cutter. Or do I want to buy cruisers? I think I'll buy cruisers, actually. Yo, the coup d'etat is like insane. The fact that I can even pull that off. But I would rather keep stealing energy because that's like what my build, that's what my build is kind of designed around. So we unearthed a progenitor ruin. We found interactive devices that gave us a technology called astrodynamics, or rather we got preliminary research on astrodynamics, which is basically a eureka. I think it's time to now start grouping my navy up. I have been pretty good at not pissing off the aliens, which I think has like genuinely been a net positive for my society. Okay, yeah, we want to farm over here. Worker miasma immunity is like, where is that? Alien biology. All right, keep stealing tech, or keep stealing stuff rather. Construct a farm right there. I definitely need the worker miasma immunity. I'm tired of having to micro my workers around miasma, and I'm fortifying units in my cities to make them better defended. Let's grab a cruiser from the capital. In terms of production and fortune, I think we just got our old Earth relic, so I'm going to get to work on the trade depot. Good job clearing the miasma there. Let's build a farm. It'll take 12 turns to clear out the marsh. We'll do an expedition over here. We start putting farms in the water in front of fortune. Order your explorer to excavate the site and search for usable materials. Okay, cool. We will construct an expedition right there. Lena Ebner declared war on me. So another AI has declared war. I did tell you that the AI likes to declare war, didn't I? They were warned, they just didn't listen. Eventually the AI will fear you to the point where they won't declare war on you, but that takes a while. Okay. Amity has finished. Go ahead and get your old Earth relic up, please. We have access to robotics now. We can get tack jets as well as auto plants. We can improve Pharak sites. We have manufactories. We got level 2 supremacy, so my explorer units get an extra expedition. We get an extra base bit of energy and science. So I think my affinities now, yeah, we've got the full first little hybrid affinity circle, which is nice. Can I... No, I can't quite upgrade my health affinity. We are starting to run out of health. And right now it's only a growth penalty, 6%, but that will get worse. Okay, we built a cutter in here. I really don't want to have to build much more of a military, so I feel pretty well defended now with 3 cutters and 2 cruisers. Coming into Axiom, this city's #1 priority should be to grow. The auto plant would give us +2 production, which would be fabulous, as well as energy from international trade routes, but most importantly, +2 base production is incredibly good. Alien preserves would be amazing for culture as well. The vivarium would allow us to grow like crazy. I wouldn't mind the gene garden, that's +2 health. I think the culture is the most important thing for me now, because the sooner I can get to eudaimonia, the better. Even though I'm almost there, there's a lot of really good culture things. I need to get the synergy bonus for the +1 health in every city as well. And then once I'm starting to grow a big population, we want to take social mores, which gives us 1 culture for every 4 population, 1 science for every 4 population. Then we can get health for every 6 population. And we start to like the snowball, the chain of events that leads to the snowball is beginning. So let's take our Harmony Scout. I'm going to take +20 HP heal in miasma. I do like the attack and defense in miasma. That's actually kind of cool. I'll take that. That's fun. Okay. I'm going to research planetary survey because it's a 2-turn technology. And then I'm going to get alien biology purely for the worker immunity to miasma. Derelict settlement has been excavated, getting us +1 population. That was down there, I believe. I believe there is another one of my workers working on a tile that has miasma, which I'm a little bit scared about because I think they will die if I don't check in on them. I don't remember who it is though. Maybe they're already dead. It was you, right? Yeah, you got 9 more turns. We'll check in on you. So I'm at war with most of the civs of the game, which is, you know, there's a thermohaline rudder. It's good for moving your ocean cities around. I would like to settle an ocean city just so I can kind of cruise it around the ocean. Coming into Liberty, let's grab ourselves the trade depot now that we have the culture building. How much do I need to upgrade my affinity? 290 Diplo favor. I think it would be nice if I could just like right click that and be like, hey, upgrade that as soon as you have the materials. You know, I really don't like it when a game sort of treats memory as a skill when it's not. It's just like, oh, whoops, I forgot. Nice, free solar collector, that's big. Do I still have a solar collector over the city? I do, and it has another 9 turns. So now I feel safe that I can launch one over Axiom. Also, it'd be sick if we could unlock solar collectors. They're like super, super good. If we drop them over every city, we would have to get organics, which would give us access to the Immortal, the Biofactory, the Mass Digester. There is something to be said for like launching solar collectors above every city. It is a lot of base energy. Okay, Brazil has a scout in my territory, which I'm not happy about, but I can't actually attack him because he's in the water, which is annoying. Vanguard finished its recycler. Now, I can't remember, did you actually get your trade route? You did not. Let me go ahead and quickly purchase you a trade convoy. I'm also going to pop in here and make sure that we're still siphoning money. Those missions did just finish. Coming into Vanguard, let's get our alien preserve now. That culture is big. +2 culture per turn makes a big difference. We excavated a sunken spacecraft. We get 80 production in the capital. This is the kind of stuff that I was looking for earlier. I wasn't getting that production when I needed it, sadly. Okay, here we go. We found his... Who is this? Polystralia. Screamers. Shit, he has another affinity level over me. That's a bit of a problem. Let's grab Eudaimonia. Boom. 15% less happiness is +6 in the end. So minor defeats are an issue. Minor defeats can become major defeats. Do I have a defensive building in here? I do not. I need to unlock a defensive building. Let me quickly purchase ourselves a Tide Hunter. Let me take up a defensive position with you and you. In my capital, I'm going to start recruiting tac jets to do air bombardment. We're probably going to lose some trade routes here, which obviously I hate. It's not exactly anything we can do about it. Make sure to shoot this guy. Get him. Get him. So we're likely to lose Amity. That's fine. There's no loyalty in this game. I hate that this trade route's going to get killed immediately, but it is 3 production and 3 food and 1 production, so it is worth it in my opinion. Yeah, Amity is dead, but it did buy us a turn to defend Vanguard, and we can always counterattack. Bought me a turn to get some tac jets up. We have a navy here, which is good. We hadn't put much in the way of resources into Amity anyway, so losing it isn't the end of the world. Liberating it will be good in the long run anyway, so not a devastating loss. The city did die a lot faster than I wanted it to though, but I feel like we're in a position to defend. We got some units out. I really do need an affinity bump. Can we get the tac jet in a single turn? I don't know if we can. How much is it to buy a tac jet? 460. I'll buy it. They're not the strongest, but they can attack. Okay, here they come. Now remember, they can one-shot any of my cities like that, so I need to make sure they can't get in there to do that. So we can't hit their Tritons, but we can hit their Screamer. So we can do an airstrike. We'll take some damage on our tac jet, that's okay. We'll take a bombard on this. This Triton has way more defense than it has any right to have. Holy shit. Crap. Let me see if I can peace out Polystralia. He's not entertaining peace terms at this time. The fact that my melee unit is getting dumpstered is a feels bad moment. Okay, I wasn't expecting them to get this many units across the ocean. Usually they don't come with that much. There's a lot more than I was expecting. A lot faster than I was expecting it. We might end up getting... This might be the end of the series. Okay, what happened? Okay, alien biology. Worker miasma immunity. Holy shit. You know what? I think this is an interesting place to call it. Find out in the next episode if we can survive this attack. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!